Okay.
Welcome, everybody. Episode number 6 of BlackBerry Today. Wait, it's obligatory now. Hold on.
Should I take a drink too?
Take a drink. Every time we start now, it seems we take a quick drink. All right. This is so we can talk to you better. Everybody would like to say welcome back. Episode 6. Been a few days as usual. And I think we have big news. Would you like to tell them the big news?
No, you tell them. But you
tell them the big news because I have a visual indicator. You tell them the big news.
You have a visual indicator?
Yes. So tell them the big news. We'd like to thank everybody.
We would like to thank everyone for watching. There's either a lot of you watching or one person watching a lot of times.
Right.
Because we have had over 100,000 downloads of BlackBerry Today.
That's our award.
That's our award. That's lovely.
It's our award. Did you see our award? See, it'll say 100,000. You get this. This is what comes first in the mail. And then they put the 100,000 here at the bottom. I swear, it'll have our logo and everything on it. It'll look really nice. By the time we're done with this thing, it'll be ready for 200.
Nice. Excellent.
All right, so that's done and gone. So 100,000, well, actually we're above 100,000 downloads.
Right.
So everybody knows we officially hit, we've been promising it, and they kept goofing around, and no harm, no foul to them, but it's new. The podcast directory for BlackBerry devices is new. We'll be honest about that. And after much finagling and removing our feed, adding our feed, removing our feed, adding our feed, 3 or 4 times, we finally, apparently, I was told, am I correct? We show up.
We do.
We show up in the podcast app on the actual BlackBerry. So if you go on your BlackBerry, and you could screencast this later, but you actually go on your BlackBerry and go into the podcast app. There it is. There it is, everybody. BlackBerry Today, that's the SD version. That will work on your devices, your BlackBerry devices. The HD version is made for the playbooks and streaming it online, things like that. But the SD will download and play just fine on your BlackBerry devices and other mobile players that might play video that start with an I. So it'll play on all those. It's not an iBerry. It's something else. But so we're across all those. And you'll be able to pull us up here soon, hopefully as a Roku channel. I'm working on that. But you can already stream us through Vimeo. You can stream us through YouTube. You can stream us through Mevio. Take your pick. We are there. And Tech Podcasts. We are part of the techpodcast.com network. And we're glad to be with them. Some of the other shows from Spike Studio are already on Tech Podcast Network. So hello to them as well, and to the people that are over there.
Awesome.
Are we ready? You're always first. News are first, so let it roll.
News? Okay. Let me just pull it up, make sure I have everything here. So one interesting piece of news was that RIM acquired Scoreloop. And the people, you're already making a face. What?
I have no idea what they do.
Well, I'm going to tell you what they do. You think I'm just going to tell you and then move on? So basically, and RIM announced it, that they're excited to bring them in because of their social and collaborative gaming toolkits. So a lot of people feel this is going to help RIM up their game, as it were. That was pretty clever. I just came up with that. So, improve the apps for PlayBook, improve gaming apps, that type of thing. Scoreloop, acquiring them ought to help them out.
Okay. So when do they do that?
They announced that actually June 7th. So we were a little late, I guess, to announce it. Let's
think about that. They decided to purchase now. They've purchased Tungle.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone understands, we talked about Tungle before for your calendaring integration, so they can build a better calendaring integration. They purchased Gist quite a while ago, which does contact management. Now they're purchasing a gaming company. Are they trying to rebuild the device? I mean, is that where we're getting to that point, that they're trying to rebuild the device?
I mean, at least as far as Scoreloop goes, I don't think it's rebuild the device so much as have expertise to build apps that will work on the device. You have the playbook. It's great. It's fantastic. Big complaint was not enough applications. So what do? You get a team of developers who can hopefully develop some really cool games for your device. So I don't think it's rebuild the device so much as get people to build things to go on the device.
Okay.
In this instance.
I'll buy in.
That's my theory.
I'll buy in.
Okay. Next up was Some interesting news that wasn't necessarily news and is still unsubstantiated at this point. But basically one person said that they saw a delay in the Bolt release. Some other people basically reiterated it. Nobody really confirmed it. Thought that was kind of interesting. Nothing. It was big news by, I think, people who wanted to make it big news, if that makes sense. And they all went off on it, and they all agreed to it, all coming from one source. So I don't actually know if it's been delayed or not, but there was a lot of hubbub about it, so I wanted to mention it. Next was the updated tablet OS to 1.0.5.2432 due to an Adobe Flash update. So that was updated. If you've got the playbook, you were likely prompted for that, so make sure that you do that. The other bit of news I have is the PlayBook Tour, which is partially done with, but it is sort of interesting. They are having a mobile tour, and it's your chance to go and see the playbook, play with the playbook, hands-on, check it out, see what it's doing, and of course you could win a playbook, so that's exciting. And they have a list of cities where they're going to be, which I'm hopefully pulling up here really quickly. Let's see, what's today's date? Looks like they're going to be in Vancouver, BC, Toronto, Calgary, Washington, D.C., and the most interesting one on the list I thought was the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally in Sturgis, South Dakota. So that's coming up.
It's a great place to have it.
Yeah. So it's like a mobile tour thing, you know, and you can go and you can check out the BlackBerry Playbook, and you can possibly win one. So that was kind of cool.
Okay.
I don't know that it's technically news, but I'm going to mention it because it came out and it went away and it came back out again. You might know what I'm talking about already. And that was the Avatar Builder app.
Gotcha.
Not really news, but it came out and it was a big thing and everybody downloaded it and then it disappeared from the App Store and then you went back in the next day and it was there. Now, and I think you have an opinion on the Avatar Builder.
I do. I'm not even going to cover it as an application because it sucked so bad. It was horrible.
Okay. Tell us how you really feel.
So the Avatar Builder, it did random builds, it did random flashes, it was horrible. I just really was disappointed in the Avatar Builder, wholeheartedly.
It was a cute idea. It was a little difficult to use, a little slow, I mean, for what it is. And I think I looked at it, and the app itself was bigger than Messenger.
It was huge. And it didn't let you, and it said you could build your own, but you could never get that to work. You were stuck with what they were giving you. I didn't like it at all. I uninstalled it, actually, after I installed it and built an avatar, which I still have the picture of the avatar that I built.
Yeah, me too.
But I couldn't stand the darn thing, so I actually got rid of it. So let me see if I can find it real quick while we're talking. And that's how bad. Usually I'll install one to test it, and if I like it, it stays. If I don't like it, I get rid of it for you. But this one, you know, where's my dude? There he is. Right? It always has a BlackBerry in your hand, which is cool. But every time you click random or next, it just shot you somebody new. There was no way for you to say, I want to hold this, I want shorts, I want glasses, I want...
Interesting. I didn't have that problem. Now, there were two different apps because there was one for girls and there was one for boys.
Well, I
did not have that problem.
This was pretty bad.
I did not have that problem.
I wasn't happy at all. So that's the way that one went. Okay.
So that was it. News.
Okay, news. So, you know what? We'll do our apps before we do our tips.
Okay.
We've been doing really good. Everyone seems to like this, like 20-something minute time schedule we do.
Yeah.
Seems to be good. So I usually go first with the app, don't I? So the app this time, whatever. Do you usually go first, the app?
No, I said because I'm doing the news, so now you go.
Okay, so we'll do it. So I wore a golf shirt today because my app has to do with golf. So I actually wore a golf shirt today. This is nice.
Very nice.
The nice outdoor golf shirt type. This is nRange, the letter N, the word range, nRange Golf GPS. So for all of you business people that play golf, not me, that get out there, it uses GPS and will help you find mapped courses to give you yardage, distance, everything about the holes. Free as far as I can tell. I just did a quick search for the Forest Park which is a huge golf course here in Missouri. It's where the old World's Fair was held back in 1904, and it's a public golf course, just to get an idea. So I searched for Forest Park. It came up. You can select a checkbox to say only mapped courses or only played courses, so people can give ratings. And if you actually find one of the courses, it allows you to add for free, the free version, 3 courses. So if you only play at 1 or 2 or 3 courses all the time, this app is totally free the entire time you use it. If you want to upgrade, they have a fee for that as well. You can preview the holes. You can add it as a club. So we're going to preview the first 3 holes. I'm going to do that real quick. So right now, I've selected a course randomly, and we're going to download, and we'll put a video up for you. Mm-hmm. So what it did is it's going to measure. This is very cool. At the bottom, you're going to get an actual map, and at the top, you'll get the distance, and the GPS tries to fire up. And what you'll find is it's going to tell you, measure the distance. It shows you the whole outline. It shows you at the bottom a Google Map view of the hole from above. It's very slick, and it's going to show you where you need to be hitting. So I thought this was absolutely perfect.
Now, can it tell you where your balls went if you hit them off the course?
Yes, it does. It's a special feature that costs even more. No, they have a one-time fee of $19.99 for the life of your phone, or a lifetime fee for the life of as many BlackBerry devices as you have. For $79, you can transfer to any supported phone, which means they probably have this on other phones. You subscribe to get yourself unlimited number of courses. They have different plans. You can get a gift code. They actually have an upgrade button for you. You could give this as a gift for, well, you missed Father's Day, so you think about birthdays, Christmas, but giving a subscription to a GPS app for their smartphone, which they all carry, men or ladies, is an awesome thing. So I like this one. I like the fact that they'll give you those free courses. I like the fact that the GPS zooms in and zooms out. And, now something to be aware of, they can cache map images on your device to speed it up as you're going around. So if you play this course a lot, you can actually cache the map of the course locally on your device, so it'll be even faster. It just uses the GPS to know where you are. So that was mine. So that is the nRange. And let me see some other stuff it does, by the way. It has a full map, which I didn't show you. It'll actually get rid of the course info material and just give you a full map. It'll have that. It'll actually show the green layout, which was very cool. It's shown at the bottom, and you can zoom in on the green layout. You can change the direction of which you want to drive. It'll show you the distance to that. You can show distance to center of the green. And the last part was, I believe, oh, that was cool. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't know this. I hadn't done this. So it said, wow, this is the first time you played this course. We showed you the center of the green. Was it accurate to within 1 to 3 yards? So it helps build it by the more you play the course. It helps do it, so it does a yard calibration. It just popped up a yard calibration on the device, trying to get me to calibrate the GPS to them. Very powerful. I'm impressed, and for free, I'm pretty impressed.
Cool.
So, yeah, you like that one?
Sure. Did it do mini golf? I'm not a big golfer. So.
There's an add-on package for miniature courses to let you know that every one of them is usually 2 strokes. There's usually not anything outside of the 2 strokes.
Great. Perfect.
So we'll have a video of that one up shortly, I presume.
Cool.
All right, it's on to you for apps.
Okay. As I have to unlock my device because I wasn't using it for a long enough time. My app is, pulling it up, Weatherbug. I like to have a weather app. I used weather.com's app for a while. Not really a big fan of it. A little bit hard to use. I like to change locations because I travel, so I want to have where I'm going or where I am or whatever on there. So Weatherbug is really cool. I like Weatherbug. The interface is really nice, really easy to use. It has a lot of information on there, which is my big thing. So it's not just the temperature. Some of them are just the temperature, maybe a 3-day forecast or something. So here we have, you can look at looks like 7-day forecast. It's got the high, the low, the chance of, whatever the weather is. I know this sounds very exciting, but I think it's good. You can go to an overview, and that is where there's a lot more information. So it has the current temperature, wind speed, wind direction, any alerts for your area. I know you've been having plenty of weather alerts in your area there. Chances of storms, the forecast, highs and lows. Then there's also the alerts, a separate section for that, current conditions, which I think if I pull this one up, this is the one I was looking for. So this has the current temperature, the high, the low, the feels like, the dew point, rain, including the amount of rain. So it's not just it's raining, but the amount of rain that you've gotten, humidity, the high, the low, pressure, the wind, again, as I mentioned, sunrise and sunset, which is a really nice one. It's a nice day. You don't remember when's it going to get dark, especially me. Like I've said in the past, I'm a runner, so I need to know how many hours of daylight do I have left to go for my run. So it's great. Oh, it's got the UV index on there. Am I going to get a sunburn? Do I need to put a little sunblock on? All of that. Very easy to use. It's got a lot of really great shortcuts on here, too, so you can just flip in between the overview and all of those things. It's got a pollen forecast, all of that on there. You can switch between locations really easily. I see a share button, and I've actually never hit that, and I'm curious what that does. Please wait, sharing, please wait. And no idea what just happened with that. Share failed. Okay, that was great. But it's a really great little app. I've actually found it to be pretty accurate as well. Not all weather apps are built the same, and this one's actually a pretty good one. I like it. So Weatherbug, that's free. And it's great. I like it.
Free.
There's
free. No upcharge, nothing extra. It's free.
There's an upgrade to Elite. I'm not sure what that entails, but I have no need for it. I mean, I just said all that stuff that's on the free version. I don't even know.
It allows you to share.
It probably does. You're right. That's the share that actually works. But it's a great app. Oh, and then my favorite little silly bit of it is if you escape out of the application but leave it open, when you go and you just look at the icon on your device, it actually has the current temperature for the last location that you left as active. Is
there ads?
There is a small little banner ad right up at the top, but it's not
Well,
invasive.
okay, so that's why it's cool. That's why it's free then. I bet you Elite removes the ad and gives another capability.
Actually, I'm looking at it now and it's not on there. I wonder, it might just pop off after a couple minutes.
Kind of like Uber Social?
Maybe, but less annoying.
That's cool.
Yeah. Weatherbug.
So we got two of them. We've got the nRange for the golf, which, let me look again, make sure I say it right, nRange Golf GPS, and Weatherbug for this week for everybody. Yeah. So both of them have an upgrade path. Both of them have a free entry point. Both of them have great features. Everyone's saying they're liking the apps and the tips and everything else. So hopefully that's a good one. Awesome. So what we did is, normally this time, as you know, we gotta pay the bills because you all killed us with 100,000 plus downloads already. Pay the bill. So we went out looking for sponsors, and I'm sorry if the one sponsor actually watches this now to realize we've done over 100,000 downloads. That said, we don't think you guys are big enough yet. We looked for a sponsor that would fit exactly what you guys need. So we hunted around a little bit and reached a lovely agreement real quick with Skinit. So for all the devices, not just BlackBerry, of course, but everything else, laptops, PDAs, computers, they do it all. Even Xboxes I saw are on there too. But they provide custom gel skins for your devices. It can be sports teams. It can be ones that you upload a logo or image or picture of your kids or whatever it is yourself. They have texture colored ones. They have holiday. They have everything you can imagine. Sports, theme related, not only sports teams, but just sports related like soccer balls, footballs, things like that. A great cheap gift, or it's a great protector. I believe you have a skin on yours. I know it's not from Skinit, correct?
Yeah. I do have a skin on mine, yeah.
I don't have one on this one. I had one on my old Storm, the one that got stolen. There you go. So from Skinit, so you can actually upload your own logos and do your own stuff if you want, or it's a great gift because they're rather inexpensive, but they also protect the case. They don't cover the glass per se. You'd have to get a screen protector for that, but they cover, the framework, the glass, just from a normal bump or tear. Won't protect it from a drop. We're not talking a hard plastic shell. We're just talking away from scratches and dings and just normal wear and tear, but it makes it look much better, and it's very unique. So when you lay it on a table, you know which one is yours.
Yes, very, very handy. Particularly we go to conferences and such, and everybody's got their BlackBerry and all of that, and yeah, they're all sitting on a table. It's very, it's easy to grab the wrong one. So I know mine's the pink one, and I get lots of compliments on mine all the time too. So, and I just looked quickly because I was curious myself, and they do have skins for the PlayBook as well, not just the hand devices.
They already launched the PlayBook. I didn't want to say that till we were sure. So good. So Skinit. Please use our link to go through. If you go through to shop and get a skin or get whatever, low cost, like I said, they're not overly expensive at all, but a great way. And I've had gel skins on my 8830. I've had the gel skins on my previous Storm, so I need to get some new one. But great way to make it look good. And also what you'll see is a Spike Studio logo one on here probably shortly. So I'll do the same thing. But it's kind of what I did the last one. So that's what you see. So Skinit.com, we thank them, and hopefully you all will go out there and find something that you can either give as a gift or for yourself to help us keep serving this video up. Because if you're watching on the PlayBook, HD video is a lot, as you know by the download. SD isn't as bad. Tips of the week. I think you're first on tips.
I'm first on tips. Okay, well, I've had this list of tips. I've tried to keep going, so when I'd have one for us every episode. And the one I was going to do, one of our lovely viewers also happened to send in via Twitter.
Great.
So I'm definitely going to use that one. Stephanie sent in via Twitter, here's a tip to clear log reports. On the home screen, hold down Alt key and type LGLG. Some stuff comes up, and then you can hit menu clear log, and speed should improve.
Great. Can't do it on the Storm.
Yeah.
I can't get that to work on the Storm. So I know I'm going to hear from somebody in particular who will now say that we get people from RIM that watch our podcast, by the way. Yes. People don't think it's just a sideshow, but I'll get one. But on the Storm, getting the keyboard to pop up is hard enough. There's a menu option, but not on the main screen to show your keyboard. There is inside of Mail and stuff, but I've done the Alt LG. It doesn't work for me yet.
Okay.
I know
note it could just be user error.
It could be user error, but I'm betting because the Storm is a little more difficult with the on-screen keyboard that it's a little harder to get it to do.
Alt LG works fantastically on my tour.
Now, do you lose any data with that? You're just clearing the log file, so everyone understands.
Clearing a log file. So the big, long log file that builds up, can be cleared out, makes things a little faster. I know I had a problem at one point where accessing my photos seemed to be taking a really long time, even though I had a brand new card, nothing was on it. It should not have taken a long time. When Alt LG cleared it, it's sped up. So,
and also, I think that would be good if you're starting to have troubles. Instead of trying to find a major log file later, clearing it and then working with it and finding the problem would be faster. So if you clear the log and then troubleshoot your problem, it'd be faster.
There you go.
Okay. So mine.
From Stephanie via Twitter. I just want to mention that again. She sent us in a tip, and we were happy to show it on the show.
Well, let's talk about that. We'll put it on the screen as well. So if you want to reach us before I do my tip, you can definitely get in touch. We have people emailing us. That is bbtoday@spikestudio.com. So you can definitely get it there. Email in. It reaches us. You can send a tweet to BBerryToday. Same thing, as everyone knows. It's BBerryToday. For that, you can hit us on Facebook. We put up our public page. We'll put it in the show notes for the studio. You can actually find us there as well. And you can call us, 443-BB-TODAY. 443-BB-TODAY. So look at that. We've got every way possible that you can get in touch with us that you need to. We love to see them. We'd love to see the tweets. We'd love to see the feedback and email. We have some more. I've got another one for next week. That's a tip that came in. We're getting some thank yous from people as well, which is awesome. So I'm happy with that. We haven't had any voicemails yet. And if you want to send us a link via email to the BBToday@spikestudio.com, put it up on YouTube, put it up on Vimeo, put it wherever you want. We will grab it, keep it about 30 seconds or so, and we'll embed it in the stream and put the video in.
And I do want to address one particular issue that some of our viewers have showed concern over.
Yeah.
And that is my microphone.
Not an issue.
We've had some concern over the fact that you've got the big professional-looking microphone, and I've got the little, get stuck in my hair thing. So I just wanted to address that. Yes, we have a little bit different equipment, and we're working on it.
And can you stop moving around because it's getting staticky?
Right, exactly. Exactly.
So you're running on so we know, it's a Plantronics. It's the Voyager Pro. It is a Bluetooth headset that works with your computer as well as up to like 4 or 5 devices. Your BlackBerries, your cell phones, and it works with all of them.
Yes.
It comes with a USB adapter if you need it for the computer, but the Mac has a built-in USB connection. So the Bluetooth works phenomenally. I, on the other hand, have a little bit different setup. Yeah. There's a big microphone that hangs here with a screen guard. Yeah, so we've heard some grimaces of where's your big fancy microphone. And you know what? If you all go to Skinit and buy more stuff, she'll have a microphone. Let's just put it that way.
Then you don't have to listen to this.
It's got to be financed. So my tip of the week, this is something that gets on my nerves regularly, and eventually I remember to go and do it. So have you ever started typing more and more and more on your device, and you have the automatic spelling check turned on? It's going through, and as you type messages or emails or whatever, it's trying to guess your words. And eventually, it's giving you very strange spelling of words for bad words, meaning you've typed the same word wrong 3 or 4 times, so now it thinks that's the right spelling, so it automatically puts it first. That's because of your own personal custom dictionary. So inside of your options, you have an option choice for custom dictionary. Inside of that is all the things that you can add, remove, edit, delete. You can clear the whole thing. I wouldn't do that. But it actually learns from you as you go. And the more and more you use ones, like BBToday, we'll put it up there. Mm-hmm. Custom dictionary, I can edit BBToday. Or change it if I want to. I could capitalize it. I can do whatever I want. But as you start typing more and more, and it sees that word often enough, it starts saving it in your custom dictionary. Then it becomes first in the list of possible spelling choices. So if you're always typing the word talk, T-L-A-K, guess what? Pretty soon it's going to be first, and every time you hit the space bar or whatever, it's going to take that word or enter. Drives me nuts. So I have to go back and actually modify or clean this out a bunch of times because I start seeing words that are spelled incorrectly over and over, and it's just because I had done it enough times, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But things like products, things like BlackBerry Today wouldn't be words it would find. Those I've added in, so now it knows it right away. When I start typing, it sees it. But other ones where you mess one up, even variations of words. If you're typing to your kids and instead of using, use the word gotta, G-O-T-T-A, that won't show. Weird things like that. Sites like Hulu or whatever would never show up properly. So it does that for you. So custom dictionary inside, and go in and clean up all the bad misspellings or clean it up entirely, but it will learn if you have that option turned on. As you go along, it'll start picking up your words. So it'll drive you nuts, and now you know why.
Now, is that a little bit of a Storm thing? Because I don't think I have that in the same way.
Well, it's in the Storm like the keyboard, so maybe it's
right. So what I have, not Storm. So it makes sense for Storm because you kind of want it to like auto complete for you.
Yeah.
But on a non-Storm with an actual keyboard, I have the auto text. Now it doesn't add things to my auto text list.
No, that's there.
Automatically.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say, you can it's a little 2-for-1 tip. How about that? Okay. On the auto text, I've added in not misspellings. It's not something I misspell wrong all the time, but I've added in cheats. So if I'm telling everybody about BB Today and I don't feel like typing out BlackBerry Today every time, I can put in an auto text for BBT and it'll convert it to BlackBerry Today.
Are you giving them an extra tip?
I did. A little 2-for-1.
So you should save that one for next time. I'm kidding. It's too late now. Yes, I have auto text.
It's also a great way to play pranks on your friends, but I didn't tell you to do that.
I've never done that.
No, never.
Episode 7, we'll tell you a little story.
No, we won't.
There's a couple good ones.
Anyway.
There's a couple good ones. Yeah. Auto text is good. If your friends get up and leave their BlackBerry unlocked on a table and you're around other people that are geeks, bad move number 1, because things will happen to your device, including massive auto text changes. I might have done that once or twice to some people.
And this is why you lock your device. But that's another tip. That's another episode.
You can feel free to leave it there all you want. All right, so we're at the end. We'll wrap it up. We're at almost half an hour.
Yeah.
So let's get in there and get it done. Everyone, reach out to us. Please visit Skinit. Take a look. Welcome them as a new sponsor. We feel that's more appropriate anyway for the audience because everyone, if you're watching us, you have a device and you need to protect it. So that's easy enough. You can email us, bbtoday@spikestudio.com. You can find us on Facebook. The Spike Studio page is there. Please leave comments, like us, do whatever. Just we want to build up more of a community around it. You can send us a phone message, 443-BB-Today, and you can find us on Twitter at BlackBerry Today. Did I miss any of them? No?
I think that's it.
Everybody, thank you so much for over 100,000 and counting. We're above it already before this one was even published. We don't know quite what to say, except we need to pay our bills. No, it's been amazing to watch the numbers jump. And now that we're in the handheld, we expect to see more of you using your BlackBerry Podcast app to download, as well as streaming it online. Don't forget, you can find us everywhere, YouTube, Vimeo, Media, whichever you want to do. And that is episode number 6 for BlackBerry Today. We will see you again in a few days. Bye.
Bye.